Hello and welcome. It is the 10th day of October. It is 6:30. It is a lovely, gloomy, foggy October evening. And I am your grumpy guide to all things gaming, the OGGM, with another OGGM adventure. Day 3 of our long, dark tea time of the soul of role-playing, as we try to peel apart the onion that is why games end. And I think today we need to talk about probably the biggest reason: ego and personality. And being grown up, playing nice, playing by the rules. When we're kids, we play together and it's fine. 3-year-olds, 4-year-olds, they don't care about stuff. They just play for the sake of playing. Somewhere along the line, we forget how to play. We forget how to be nice to each other. We forget how to be social animals to each other. And as a very wise man said, role-playing gamers are very passionate about their sport. We're very passionate fans. We all have extreme personalities. If we didn't, we probably wouldn't be role-playing. We all have fucked up ways of dealing with social situations. None of us are truly screwed on correctly, if there even is such a thing as screwed on correctly. And add to that the fact that somewhere along the way, when we stop being kids and start becoming teenagers and adults, we have forgotten how to play together. And that's where we get the personality conflicts. And I'm not talking about like, this type of gamer personality and this type of gamer personality, the power gamer versus the murder hobo versus the storyteller versus the, I'm cute DM and I want to suck your dick so you'll give me whatever I want, versus the guy who's just there to piss all over the game and ruin it with his dick jokes and his F-bombs. I'm talking about the egos, the personalities that sit at that table and how they can clash with each other and how that can make a game fall apart. Because somewhere along the way in growing up, we as a group forgot how to play nice, how to play by the rules of just sitting at a table and playing a game together. Somewhere along the way, we forget that we're playing a game together, and the rules of nicety, the rules of, just trying to let the world go for a few minutes and just play the game. We get so wrapped up in our personality and our ego, and I'm fucking guilty of this as well. So it's not like I'm saying I'm perfect. Oh, no. Oh, no, dear ruler. Anybody who wants to comment and say, oh, the OGGM thinks she's better than everybody else, well, you can take your comments about that and suck them, because we all know that I am my own worst critic, and I'm sure I play a part in the reason why games that I'm in fall apart. The reason why the most recent game I was in, I'm sure my personality issues with the other players, part of the reason why it fell apart. Those personalities at that table did not mesh. And part of the reason they did not mesh is because, getting back to lesson number 1, did not communicate. And the egos and the personalities and the inability to just play together, to grow up, to be adults and sit at a table and share this agreed experience, but also to embrace that inner child who is just like, I just want to play and I don't care about that other stuff. I don't want to hear that other stuff. That other stuff has nothing to do with the game. Can't we just for 3 hours, 4 hours play the game? Now, yes, the social kibitzing is important, which is why before the game starts, you should set aside like a half an hour where the table can just sit down and get out the social kibitzing, work out the personality issues. If this one wants to drop his F-bombs and his dick jokes, and this one wants to talk about his trip to the dentist, and this one wants to compare Star Wars with Star Trek with Babylon 5, and this one wants to talk about, you know, who they're voting for, and this one just wants to go, oh, DM, look at me and look at my boobs, and I know you want to whatever. Fine. Set aside a half an hour for the personality and the egos to all clash and all work out all that energy, the social energy, that necessities to talk and bullshit. But then once the game starts, we have to set aside those egos. We have to set aside those personalities. We have to set aside the dick jokes. We have to set aside the F-bombs. We have to set aside the comments that reference a movie that has nothing to do with the game. We have to set aside the, oh, look at my boobs. We have to set aside the, I want to talk about Star Wars now for 20 minutes because even though we're 10 minutes into the game, you know, that personality, we sort of have to just let go. We have to let go of that ego. And that's, I think, one of the main reasons why the long, dark tea time of the soul of gaming happens is because the personalities clash. And the personalities and the egos clash because we are so passionate about our sport that is D&D, and because we are so intense, and sometimes that intensity and that inability to just be with other people is why things fall apart. Why did the game I was just most recently in stop? Was it distance? Was it just the lack of communication? That was certainly a strong point. Was it my ego? I'm sure my ego plays a part, just like the ego of everybody else involved played a part. Was it just the fact that the personalities were so incapable of working together? We had forgotten how to be kids playing a game. We'd forgotten how to be a 4-year-old. And yes, there were definitely things that were going on in that game that maybe I should have addressed. But I thought, you know, I'm not the DM. The DM should address this. But maybe because I was having personality issues, I should have said to that person, hey, look, dude, not the time, not the place. We want to play. Whatever, I don't know. I'm not a psychologist. I'm just a guy here, sitting in the corner, waiting on a girl. No, wait, that's the movie. I'm just trying to hopefully, through my experiences and the disasters and whatever, make your gaming experience a little bit better. And if a game you're in falls apart, maybe this series can help you understand why it fell apart and what we could do better next time, what we could do differently next time, what we can learn from our mistakes, so that the next time a whole different level of mistakes happens. And we just have fun together. Because there will be other games, and there will be other times when communication should happen and personalities do clash. And there will be other games that end. And ending is okay. In fact, I think games should end. The idea of a 15-year-long, 30-year-long game is over. It just, it can't happen anymore. And this just makes it worse. But I think it's okay if games end. I think maybe you have to end now. Things need to end so new things can grow from them. If I wasn't so angry at 5th edition, I wouldn't have discovered all these other games that are just so much better and just making me love gaming again. So it's okay that things end. But it's not okay that if they end badly. And if one of those reasons it ended badly is because of that personality conflict, then maybe the next time it happens, we can learn from this so it doesn't happen again. Or at least it happens differently. Because we are passionate about D&D. We are big kids trapped in big bodies. We are all a little screwed, a little to the left or a little to the right. None of us are centered. We're all a little fucked up. So in D&D games and that table and that it's just getting into all that energy, that can make the fuck up just amplify to 11. So yeah, ego, personality, being grown up, but also the fact that somewhere along the way, we forgot how to be kids, just playing a game. So that is the third in our series. And then we've got a few more topics I want to talk about why I think games come to an end. And then we'll stop. We'll move on to something a little bit more positive, like designing a dungeon or something, or whatever the theme for November is. Hopefully, if we survive the elections, that is. I will talk to you later. If you appreciate this content and want to see more of it, comment down below. If you think I should shut the fuck up and I don't know what I'm talking about, comment down below. If you haven't had a chance to subscribe yet, please subscribe. It only takes half a second. Also hit that notification button so you're always up to date on the OGGM adventures. And if you are feeling so like it and want to support the OGGM adventures, we are on PayPal. And we'll talk to you later.